Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You know, I've tried every diet out there. The grapefruit diet, the cabbage soup diet, even that one where you just eat air. Turns out that one's not very sustainable. But in all seriousness, maintaining a healthy weight is about so much more than just what you eat. It's about self-control, folks. It's about making conscious choices that serve your body and mind in the long run. So if you're ready to ditch the fat diets and embrace a more balanced approach, buckle up because I'm sharing my 7 smart ways self-control can keep you trim. Let's get to it.
All right, let's dive into the first key to mastering your Munchies mindful eating. Now, I know what you're thinking, Daniel. Is this going to be one of those videos where you tell me to meditate on a carrot? And to that I say no, but maybe give it a try. You never know. Mindful eating is simply about being present with your food. It's about savoring each bite, engaging all your senses, and really paying attention to what you're putting into your body. Think about it. How often do you scarf down a bag of chips while watching TV, only to realize afterward that you barely tasted a single one? We've all been there, but when you practice mindful eating, you become aware of your hunger cues. You start to differentiate between actual hunger and emotional eating. You know, the kind of eating where you're reaching for a tub of ice cream after a stressful day. We've all got our vices, but here's the thing. When you slow down and truly taste your food, you appreciate it more. You feel more satisfied with smaller portions, and that, my friends, is a game changer when it comes to weight management. So next time you sit down for a meal, put away your phone, switch off the telly, and just focus on your food. Take your time, chew slowly, and savor every single bite. Notice the flavors, the textures, the aromas. You might be surprised at how much more enjoyable your meals become and how much less you end up eating without even realizing it. It's like tricking yourself into eating less. And who doesn't love a good life hack, right? Now let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, exercise. I know, I can hear the groans already, but trust me on this one, folks. Regular physical activity is a crucial ingredient in the recipe for self-control and weight management. And no, you don't have to become a marathon runner overnight. Even small, consistent efforts can make a world of difference. Think of it this way, exercise is like a magic potion for your willpower. When you engage in physical activity, you're not just burning calories, you're also boosting your mood, reducing stress, and improving your sleep quality. And guess what? All of these factors play a huge role in curbing those pesky cravings and keeping your self-control in check. Now, I'm not saying you need to hit the gym for hours on end every day. Find an activity you genuinely enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Go for a walk in the park, join a dance class, take up swimming, or dust off that old bicycle. The key is to find something that gets you moving and makes you feel good, because when you enjoy what you're doing, you're more likely to stick with it. And the more consistent you are, the more you'll notice the positive impact it has on your self-control and your waistline. Let's face it, we've all been there, setting those New Year's resolutions with the best of intentions, only to find ourselves 3 weeks later back to our old habits. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. You're setting yourself up for failure. That's why, when it comes to weight management and self-control, setting realistic goals is absolutely crucial. Now, I'm all for aiming high, but you've got to break down that mountain into manageable molehills. Instead of vowing to lose a gazillion pounds overnight, why not start with a smaller, more achievable target? Maybe it's losing a pound or two a week. Or maybe it's simply cutting back on sugary drinks. The important thing is to set yourself up for success, because every time you achieve a small goal, you gain a little boost of motivation. It's like giving yourself a pat on the back and saying, hey, I can do this. And that, my friends, is incredibly powerful. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your dream physique. So be patient with yourself, celebrate your victories, and don't be afraid to adjust your goals along the way. This is a journey, not a race. And the most important thing is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. All right, folks, let's talk about the importance of beauty sleep. And no, I'm not talking about slapping on a face mask and hoping for the best. I'm talking about getting enough shut-eye. You see, sleep is like a superpower when it comes to weight management and self-control. When you're well rested, your body and mind are in tip-top shape, ready to tackle the day ahead. But when you're sleep deprived, oh boy, it's a whole different story. Your hormones go haywire, your cravings skyrocket, and your willpower goes right out the window. It's like your brain turns into a 5-year-old who just discovered the candy aisle at the supermarket, complete chaos. Studies have shown that lack of sleep can actually mess with your hunger hormones, making you feel hungrier than you actually are. And to make matters worse, when you're tired, you're more likely to reach for sugary, fatty foods for a quick energy boost. It's a vicious cycle. So, my friends, do yourself a favor and prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. And establish a relaxing bedtime routine. Trust me, your waistline and your sanity will thank you for it. Let's be honest, we live in a world that's constantly on the go. Deadlines, traffic jams, social media overload. It's enough to make anyone want to reach for a tub of ice cream. Stress is a part of life, but it's how we manage it that makes all the difference, especially when it comes to our eating habits. You see, when we're stressed, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol, which, among other things, can increase our appetite and make us crave comfort foods. It's our body's natural fight or flight response kicking in, even if the only thing we're fighting is the urge to reply to that passive-aggressive email. Now, I'm not suggesting you become a Zen master overnight, although if you have any tips, I'm all ears. But finding healthy ways to manage stress is key. Exercise, as we've discussed, is a fantastic stress reliever, but there are plenty of other options too. Meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, listening to music, or simply taking a few minutes each day to do something you enjoy. All of these can work wonders in reducing stress levels. Remember, when you feel stressed, your body is essentially in survival mode, and its priority is to replenish energy stores, which often translates to cravings for high-calorie foods. By managing your stress levels effectively, you're sending a signal to your body that it's safe to relax, which in turn can help regulate your appetite and reduce those stress-induced cravings. Now, this next tip might seem a bit old school, but trust me, it's a game changer. Keeping a food diary can be incredibly eye-opening when it comes to understanding your eating habits and identifying any potential triggers for overeating. Think of it as a detective's notebook for your diet. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A simple notebook or even a notes app on your phone will do the trick. The key is to be consistent. Jot down everything you eat and drink throughout the day, including portion sizes and the time of day. You might be surprised at how much you're actually consuming without even realizing it. But the benefits of a food diary go beyond just tracking calories. It can also help you identify patterns in your eating habits. Do you tend to reach for sugary snacks when you're feeling stressed? Do you eat larger portions when you're eating out with friends? By becoming aware of these patterns, you can start to develop strategies to combat them. Maybe it's packing healthy snacks to avoid those vending machine temptations, or maybe it's practicing mindful eating techniques when dining out. Knowledge is power, my friends, and a food diary can give you the insights you need to make positive changes. We've all been there, staring down the barrel of a half-eaten box of cookies, wondering how they magically appeared in our hands. Temptation is everywhere, lurking in our pantries, at the office, even in those innocent-looking commercials on TV. But fear not, my friends, because I'm about to share my top tips for avoiding temptation like a pro. First and foremost, remember the golden rule: out of sight, out of mind. If you don't have it in the house, you can't be tempted by it. So next time you're at the supermarket, resist the urge to stock up on your favorite treats just in case. Instead, fill your cart with healthy whole foods that will nourish your body and support your weight management goals. Now, I'm not saying you have to deprive yourself completely. Life's too short to live in a world without the occasional indulgence. But rather than keeping tempting treats within arm's reach, make a conscious effort to enjoy them in moderation and in social settings. Go out for a delicious dessert with friends, or savor a small piece of dark chocolate after dinner. The key is to make it a mindful choice, not an impulsive reaction to temptation. So there you have it, folks. My 7 smart ways self-control can keep you trim. Remember, this isn't about deprivation or quick fixes. It's about making sustainable changes that support your overall health and well-being. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your struggles, your victories. Let's create a supportive community where we can encourage and inspire each other on this journey. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to practice what I preach. I've got a date with a treadmill and a kale smoothie that's not going to make itself. Just kidding, I'm ordering pizza. But seriously, give these tips a try and let me know how it goes.